Hey everyone, I introduced this project late last year, the Agostini 4GT build, and I think I've built it enough where it kind of warrants an update. If you look right here, I've had 37 issues delivered to me. It's a lot. I'd say this is probably 1/3 to 1/2 built up. They also sent me this neat little 143. I'm not sure why it's not in the same Gulf livery as the 1/8 scale. I don't know if people prefer the variety. I think it'd be kind of cool to have had a exact mini-me of it, but it is what it is. So let's get into it. Overall, I mean, the quality's pretty good. I find quite a few parts that I really would prefer seeing in metal. These little hood pins, hood clips, things like that. Really be nice to see that in metal. By the time you're done, this thing retails for like $1,600 or so. I'd like to see a lot less plastic. Overall quality is decent. How things fit is pretty good. I would just like slightly better material quality. Things like this, how this window is molded in place. This really should be a separate part with separate hardware. I'm guessing they want to keep the parts count kind of reasonable to not overwhelm people, but I think you can balance out parts count with detail. Some things, like, I'd love to see these rivets as separate parts. Again, I think they're just trying to make it not too daunting for an amateur builder, and I'm a little bit better than an amateur where I would like to see a higher quality build. Over here, we have a nice heavy metal die-cast wheel. I like the detail, but again, the spinner, the central single lug, I would like that to be metal, not plastic. Other die casts, say like an amalgam for $10,000. Yes, it's $10,000, but it's really highlighting the difference in material quality. So this is kind of the most built out part right now, the center section, where the seat belts are, I guess, like fabric, not the most convincing. You do have some photo etched hardware mixed with plastic. Again, like this buckle being plastic. Really, I'd like to see that all be metal. The dash has some decent detail to it. You can see the steering box down here, which is pretty neat. It's a good mix of materials. At least the shafts are metal, so they don't get too chewed up, which is good. Down here's the pedal box, which is neat in the fact you can kind of hear the electronics clicking away. It's kind of a neat touch. I do think that the pedal box, I don't know how well you can see it, it's all chrome. I think the pedals themselves should be photo etched, and then, actually with holes bored through them. I'm building this box stock. That's certainly something that people can upgrade to, but I just feel like that cheapens the quality of this model a little bit. You can kind of make out all the electronics underneath. You got a little speaker and all the sensor hardware plugged in, which is pretty neat. I'm just a little frustrated sometimes. You get one of these books that comes with a part that says hold this part for a future build, so it's like kind of a throwaway. This is all there is to the engine I have so far. The intake manifold and the individual throttle stacks, velocity stacks. I mean, I'd say I'm months and months and months in, and this is all I have of the engine. So, if you're not a patient person, you could see how that would certainly get a little frustrating waiting for some of this stuff. But it is what it is. It is nice waiting for this stuff each month. I think I have an accelerated version of it where I get like a few months at a time, like 3, 4, 5 months at a time. So that's helpful, but if you're on one of these plans getting this once a month, you are going to be here for a while. Like I said, by the looks of it, I'd say this is 1/3 to 50% done. So that's it. I'm not going to shoot a video every time like this. I waited till there was a good amount of progress. So we'll do the same again. Let a few more months go by, and I'll have another update video for you guys. That's it for this week. Everyone please like and subscribe, and have a good one.